Do you remember when Syriza came into power and everybody was like, this is it, socialism is going to be built in a country by having people voted in? And I said, that's not going to happen. You're not going to get socialism this way. That's not how revolution works. And then later we found out Syriza completely sold out its own people after professing to do what it is they wanted. It had a broad left coalition and all that, and swept into power in the Greek elections. And they're going to end the IMF and the EU-imposed austerity, which they themselves actually pushed through on their own people despite a massive vote saying, no, we don't want it. Now, it's actually gotten even worse. During a visit to Israel, the foreign minister Nikos Katzias said that the Greeks needed to learn to love Israel, and that Israel was a line of stability in an unstable region. Now, that's right. The ruling party Syriza, from its despite its leftist rhetoric and its declaration to be for socialism and all that, it's now openly going in favor of not only the austerity that people didn't want, but now it's pro-imperialist, very specifically Israeli imperialism. In fact, the Prime Minister, Alexis Tsipras, went on his first ever visit this week to Israel to discuss economic terms, including the export of recently discovered offshore natural gas in Europe. Now, he also, it's not just that he was building economic ties, because that's always a necessity for every country, but he went so far as to even reinforce the Zionist lie that they're somehow the rightful owners of the land of Israel. He even proclaimed, our peoples are very ancient. That's right, he's actually comparing the Israeli Zionist state, which only came into existence in 1948, as the same thing as the entire history of the Greek people. That's the combination that he's trying to make, when in fact the Israeli people only came into existence in 1948. I mean, I hate to tell you, I warned you about those social democrats, bro. I told you, Lenin said, everybody even before me said, all the theorists of Marxism says, you cannot have revolution through bourgeois elections. But a lot of people just kept saying, no, this is it, we got it, this is going to be the time when socialism is going to come in, and if you don't support their running into office, then you're just a reactionary and you're trying to sabotage the workers' revolution. Of course, it wasn't actually a revolution, it was people voting. But this is just another thing of what I've always been saying. You can't just vote in revolution. You can't work within a system that's designed to make sure that you can't win. And what did they do? Even with all their promises to come in and change all these things, they couldn't. Because they weren't fundamentally changing the system that made things the way they were. All they did was sit on the same throne as the bourgeois parties, using the same bourgeois mechanisms, having the same bourgeois system. Well, guess what? They have to end up doing the exact same thing as the bourgeoisie. I said this was going to happen, and a lot of people attacked me saying that I was just being too negative, or that I was hoping that, First World Revolution would be sabotaged, even though I don't consider Greece a first world country. Actually, I would consider it on the continuum of between first and third world country. So, once again, I told you that's not going to work. And a lot of people before me said it, it's a fact. You can't vote in revolution. And here it is. Not only did Syriza sell out its own people to austerity, it's now giving in and capitulating to imperialism, Israeli imperialism. If you like this video and you'd like to see more of them, then head over to my Patreon page and show your support. Or you can go to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and share on various social media.